Hey guys, Quant has released a killer update, but the market has yet to realize its potential. We are slowly approaching the final stage of the bear market. This is the last chance to buy coins at a great price. Why is QNT cooler than you think? Will there be a $40 drop? And when will the reversal finally happen? Let's break it down.
3, 2, 1, fire!
You really liked the last two Quant videos, judging by the views and reactions. That's why I decided to make another video where I explain in more detail why Quant has the potential to grow to $1,000 or even more. I also analyzed the Bank of England's report on Quant and found some interesting details that I will share with you today. Quant is getting closer and closer to being the first blockchain that works with the biggest banks in the world. They don't even realize its potential. The project, with a capitalization of only $1.2 billion, is already working with companies at the level of the Bank of England, the Bank of International Settlements, Amazon, Google, and so on. On October 11, Quant announced a new central bank-grade blockchain key management solution that will be used in Project Rosalind, the CBDC trial led by the Bank of England and the Bank for International Settlements. Banks and large corporations struggle to use blockchain and digital money keys with their current systems. Overledger Authorize has created a way for them to make it work. It allows companies to use their old systems, but still use blockchain keys to authorize transactions. This makes it easy for them to start using blockchain without having to change everything. A lot of people on Twitter and YouTube are talking about Quant's collaboration with the Bank of England, but few people are actually interested in what's going on there and how it will affect the fate of Quant Network. I thought I'd read the latest report from the Rosalind project and give you some brief talking points and conclusions. Subscribe to the channel in advance to get more juicy information from primary sources. Just the facts here. And let's take a look behind the scenes at Project Rosalind. Project Rosalind explored how APIs could support the functionality, adoption, and innovation of retail central bank digital currencies. The project developed prototypes for a core API layer that connects a central bank ledger with private sector service providers to enable interoperability between different systems for retail CBDC payments. 33 API endpoints across 6 categories were developed and tested through over 30 use cases identified by public and private collaborators. The APIs demonstrated the ability to work with different central bank ledger designs and support a wide range of use cases. Overall, the project demonstrated that a well-designed API layer can facilitate CBDC retail payments, remain ledger agnostic, and enable innovation through simple and standardized core functionalities. Further research could explore operational roles and responsibilities in the CBDC ecosystem, sharing user data across providers, balancing extensibility and consistency in APIs, and improving support for offline payments. In summary, the Bank of International Settlements is pleased with the results of the testing, and there is a high probability that they will use Overledger as a platform for CBDC. What does this mean for the QNT token? It is important to understand that the QNT token is a key element of the Quant network. Here are its utilities. QNT tokens are required to use or create maps. QNT tokens are required to connect to Overledger or run maps. Maps are multi-network applications, meaning that the applications are integrated into multiple blockchains at once. To act as a license key to access the ecosystem and run applications, to pay the license fees, platform fees, developer fees, user fees, consumption, purchase of maps, etc. The number of QNT tokens is limited to 14.8 million. Banks and companies working with Quant Network need tokens to interact with the platform, but there aren't that many coins. This means that demand will exceed supply, which will lead to an increase in price. So let's now analyze where exactly the price can go and if there is a downside risk. So friends, let's open up the Quant on USDT chart and see what's interesting here. First of all, I have drawn a trend line in green color, which used to be a support level for the global movement. But we also have a local downtrend, and there's also a trend line that is about to touch, creating a triangle. As we know, a traditional triangle ends with a strong price exit to one side. In this case, the price will either go up or down. The question is when and how much. This is what we're going to analyze with you now. So we have a triangle, and so far the price is very weak because the market is sluggish and there's no special news. Therefore, perhaps we will continue to fall at $70 to $75 per coin, and only then there will be some significant movement by the end of the year. So far, do not rush to buy. If you have any plans to buy QNT, then calmly place limit orders and wait. So there's a concept in the market called a liquidity zone. What is a liquidity zone? It is a place where there are bids to buy or sell in large quantities. Usually it is a place where the price has started to move very strongly. In this case, I have drawn 4 zones. At the top is the liquidity zone where people want to sell. At the bottom is the liquidity zone where people want to buy. Last time, the liquidity zone was around $85. The price tested it once and then tested it a second time and finally broke through it. This means that there is no liquidity in this zone, i.e. there is no interest to buy there. The next zone is at the 77 to 78 level, and let's see how the price reacts to this zone. If the price skyrockets, as it did here, and then continues to rise for a while, it will be a reversal signal that the local bearish trend is over. On the other hand, if there is a break below this zone and then a rebound, and then the price continues to fall, I seriously expect a further decline to the $40 level. The key now is the $78 level. Keep an eye on this area next. The price has to clear the lower liquidity zone before it can go higher, so it's not even bad if it goes lower here. Then bids to buy or liquidate shorts will push the price higher. So it is in our interest that the price starts to rise from here or already from here, and it will be a good chance to buy the token cheaper. Here's something else interesting I have prepared for you. There are 2 moving averages on the chart with a period of 250 days. As we can see, the price has been below the moving averages since the spring. This means that there are more sellers than buyers. A similar situation existed for a very long time from the end of 2021 until July 2022. The 2 averages also moved in parallel, and then, when the distance between them was the greatest, there was a growth and a reversal. I expect the same now. The price will most likely continue to drop, the distance between the moving averages will increase, and eventually there will be a reversal and the price will begin to rise. The $78 area remains a potentially good buying level. Let's take a look at the Quant Bitcoin chart. As we know, a bull market starts with Bitcoin rising first and then the other alts. On this chart, it would look like the value of QNT is falling against Bitcoin, which is what is happening right now. In general, the price is now near a strong support zone where the 350% growth began a year ago. This situation could well happen again by early 2024 if the price enters the support zone, trades, and then starts to rise. This would mean that Bitcoin's dominance has peaked and QNT is ready to take off. Globally, we have a little less than 4 months to wait before the fun starts in the market. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Your Coin Post.